All right, I think we're live. Hello, chat. Are you there? Let me know that we're working here. The stream okay? Testing, testing. Welcome to Merge. Are you there, chat? I see a couple people waiting. I think it's working. I think we're going to get started here. So thank you for joining us. All right, there we go. I see a message. Hello, Rod. All right. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us for MergePHP March 14th, 2024 here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about MergePHP, and then I will intro our speaker. So if you haven't heard of MergePHP, we're a collection of user groups, and we just do virtual events once a month, and we've been doing that for, I guess, about 4 years now. So thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe on YouTube there. It definitely helps us out. And I am excited about our talk tonight. So just got a quick little intro here to go through. So here is all the user groups that are a part of MergePHP. It is definitely a collaboration. Everybody chips in and helps out. So thank you to all my fellow organizers. If you see your user group listed here, definitely give them a shout out in chat. Anyone is welcome to join and watch the YouTube videos, and so you don't have to necessarily be from one of these user groups. It's definitely open to anyone and everyone. That being said, if you are a organizer or an organizer, the same thing goes for adding new groups to this collective. Any user group is welcome to join. Just the time slot, I think, is the biggest challenge that we have come across in adding more groups. So that's a bit about us. Every month we give away JetBrains stuff. The first person to email Chris here at 6:10 p.m. Any emails before 6:10 will be ignored there, but we give away a copy of any JetBrains product. You just got to email Chris, and I think we'll announce a winner there at the end. And it's not just for PHP Storm, works for DataGrip and other things. So this is the monthly reminder to upgrade your PHP version, and hopefully everybody here is on 8.1 or newer, or has discovered Docker. So this has been your friendly monthly announcement to remember to maintain your PHP versions. Upcoming conferences and events here. We've got a lot happening. Symphony Online, Laracon EU, Laracon India, Dutch PHP conference, PHP UK. Just well, some of the stuff already happened, I guess, but most of the slides are correct. Most of the events are correct. PHP Tech, and international PHP, I guess, is I'm looking at the dates here. PHP Day and International PHP, and PHP Tech. Yeah, okay. I'm like, what month is it? All right. But here's some upcoming events. Definitely check them out. You can find links to their events, and it's a lot of fun meeting new devs and hearing talks like the one you're going to hear tonight. So it's if you've never been to a PHP conference, definitely check them out. You can find us here on social media. We've got the Twitters and MergePHP on Mastodon, or I guess it's just called Merge on Mastodon, and LinkedIn as well. And join us next month where we're going to be talking about PHP applications at scale. Really great talk coming up next month on the 11th. All right. And if you have any suggestions for speakers or talks, that is the short URL for suggesting or submitting a talk for MergePHP. And with that being said, what are we talking about tonight? Rodolfo here, I'm going to bring you up here and we can get your slides going. Hello, everybody. All right, so Debugging Unleashed, Mastering xrDebug for PHP Brilliance. Rodolfo has been a PHP developer for a number of years and very active on a number of repositories on GitHub. I am excited about the talk tonight, and I hear we have a live demo coming here at the end. So live demos are always fun. And yeah, so I let's just get started, and I'll hand it off to you, and you can tell us more about what you've built here.
Sure. Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome to MergePHP. My name is Rodolfo Berrios, and I am a software engineer from Chile. I have done a lot of PHP software since PHP version 5. I started it on 2007. That was long ago. Today I am presenting Debugging Unleashed, Mastering xrDebug for PHP Brilliance. So I'm going to talk about debugging and this xrDebug software I created. So the definition of debugging is the process of identifying and removing errors from computer hardware or software. I like this second definition more, being the detective in a crime movie where you are also the murderer. This is because, let's be honest, debugging is an annoying activity, the last resort when we failed that test and everything else. It is a slow, time-consuming process, and we just want to finish with it as soon as possible. Nobody enjoys debugging, and any tool capable of improving that experience is welcome. So I present to you xrDebug is a lightweight debug utility software. The xrDebug project is open source under the Apache 2.0 license. It is distributed as a self-contained binary, simply as download and run it in any compatible system. It is also distributed as a FAR file, composer, and container image. It works on the major operating systems, including Linux, macOS, and Windows. It is web-based. It relies on web technologies. And it has this dedicated user interface, which is the window you see here. The user interface comes with automatic dark mode, by the way. Let me focus on the user interface. xrDebug has this responsive user interface. You access to it with your web browser. It works anywhere, in any device, and it follows your system color preference. On top left, there is the debug session title, customizable directly from the user interface. On the top right, there is buttons enabled to control the debug window. By default, the user interface will be listening to messages, and you can pause, stop, and clear the window at any time. On the body, we have the debug messages, where each message has buttons on the left side. These buttons enable to remove, copying, and exporting the debug message. Message can contain topic and emoji, which are used by the filtering system in xrDebug. We will explore that on the demo. I have something prepared for you. Finally, message includes the time and where the debug message comes from. xrDebug is a server-client system. On the client side, we have this user interface, well, we just saw it, which is in charge of displaying debug messages to all connected clients. It has been created with JS, HTML, and CSS, just basic stuff. It supports multiple clients and end-to-end encryption. Using a symmetric key, you can cipher the communication between the client and the server. On the server side, we have a command line application, which is in charge of serving the web user interface and receive DOM payloads. It is an HTTP server-send event. You can configure many options, including port, address, default title, code editor, and so on. It also supports sign verification. Using a private key, you can restrict messages listening to signal requests only. So at this point, you must be wondering how it compares to other debug software. So here we have the comparison against Ray. xrDebug was inspired by Ray, but the products are different. At first, both projects are open source, but on Ray, only client libraries are open source. The desktop application is proprietary software. xrDebug is free software. Ray costs a yearly fee. To be fair, they offer regional pricing. Both software support dump and pause and filtering, but in Ray, filtering is limited to colors. At xrDebug, filters are named topics and emojis you can use. You pick the words, you pick the filter you use. It's not imposed. On library support, Ray is superior as it works on PHP and many other languages and frameworks. xrDebug is only PHP for now. So that is how xrDebug compares to Ray. But let me go further with a comparison against xdebug, which is the gold standard when it comes to PHP debugging. Okay, edit. So both software are open source and free, and both are useful for debugging. Difference is the purpose of these tools. xdebug is a full-featured debug suite delivered as a PHP language extension and includes profiling, tracing, code coverage, and more. xrDebug suits a different purpose, as it is meant to be a non-intrusive tool. You run a binary without requiring to alter your php.ini or your IDE configuration. Both software provide bar dump replacements, but the one at xrDebug just look better. So here we have the comparison. So you can see here the exact same array represented with xrDebug and with xdebug. I took the example from the website from them. And this representation, this bar dump alternative, is on a standalone package. You can use it without xrDebug in your PHP software. So you can use a bar dump replacement without needing this other stuff. Let me go back here. Okay. So both software provide dump and pause, but being honest, xdebug is superior as it does this using breakpoints, which enables to freeze the application state and inspect our variables from your IDE. Of course, it needs setup. But xdebug doesn't have a dedicated user interface, and it doesn't support filters. When needing to dump, it does to the output stream. So at this point, we know how xrDebug compares to existing software. So let's try the live demo now. So I'm going to ask you to join or open this website from your mobile phone, your tablet, your desktop. Doesn't matter. It works in any web browser. So I will leave you a few moments to tune in the demo. I will also do it here. Don't worry. We have the demo here in case you don't want to donate. So here is following the color scheme. I will use this one for the demo if you don't mind. So are you there? I suppose you're there. Let me check on the chat. Okay, just let's start. So what I have here is the xrDebug PHP client. I have a few demos here. So we have code that sends payloads to the debugger. This is how you write the debug instruction in your software. So let me play the demo. So this is the demo that comes with the, it's a guide actually. It explains you the debugger functions by using the same debugger. So on the right side here, you will see that I'm getting the stream that is being emitted from here. We are here, then here. So let me check on the instructions here. It says, edit session title by clicking on xrDebug up there. So up there, I can customize the session. You can do that on your session too. All sessions are unique, non-shared. Yeah, you can use keyboard buttons to activate those. And if you notice, we have topics and emotes here. These are filters. You can filter by that. I have a better filter demo, don't worry. You can delete it. You can copy contents. So you don't have to be selecting. You can also export the debug message. So you need to share the debug information. This also helps you to do it in a quickly manner. So we have the dark mode. So let me clear the screen here. Don't worry, it is only my screen will clean, not yours. So for the second demo, let's see how it handles error. You can configure the PHP client to replace or hook your existing error handling. So here we are going to see two error handlers. We are going to see a console handler, and at the same time the result here on the debug window. So let me bring this out. This is when we just enable to the CLI error handling, and this is what the one catches by xrDebug. So it also has filters in case you want to handle less sections with that. So, oh yeah, there is another demo which is filters. Let me clear the screen again. So filters. Oh, a lot of messages happened too fast. So that is actually when you debug a high-level system, that is how it feels. You get a lot of message being streamed. So this is when filtering becomes handy, because here we can filter only with those with the bear icon. So we have this, and we have cerveza cristal, which is everywhere. We have badgers, and we can mix the filter as well. So let me show you how the pause stuff works. So if I pause this and I run this, message will be sent, but won't distract me from what I'm doing because it has this gateway system. So I can resume. If I just don't want to listen to anything else, I just stop the window, and the message is not being received at this time by the backend. Okay, let me clear the field. Okay, so, well, hope that went well. Let me ring the keynote again. Okay. So, so you have any questions about xrDebug software? Please let me know. I will be transcribing any question you have in the chat and discuss it over. You can also get in touch in case you want to know how to use it with your project. If you can make it as a dependency of your project also. It is also an option. xrDebug comes included in Chevreto with other of my software. So let me see the chat here. Yeah, it seems that we don't have any questions. So, well, if you're thinking anything, just
I
ping
can
me
think
back.
I can think of a few questions.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm good at coming up with questions. Okay, so I think you said the demo's great, by the way, and it's super cool that you can make it work on a website. But there's desktop applications that so you don't have to like share your debug messages with the world, right? Like you can run it locally.
Yeah, you can run it locally. Actually, that is the most common way you will use it. This was used for showing off.
And so can you talk a little bit about the setup process for xrDebug versus xdebug? I know getting xdebug to work with your IDE can be complicated. It has been complicated in the past. I'm wondering if is this comparable or easier, or like how would in general how would you
yeah, well, let me show you the.
Or do you want to just go through it? A live demo part two?
No, the debugger, you download it, and it is it's a binary file. So it is a binary, a self-contained binary. So you just download the binary and you open it, and it will be running. And for integrating on your IDE or anything else, actually, xrDebug is an HTTP server. So anywhere you have HTTP, you can send messages to it. You can send messages from the command line if you want it. So basically, the client software, what it does is that it wraps the HTTP query. Because if you want to do sign verification, you need to sign the message. So if you want to, I mean, let me show you. I have the README here.
So do you have, can you show us a sample, or maybe don't show us the config for your website, but do you have like so is there like env or something that you have to set up in order to get it to talk to the?
No, it is a composite package. You require the package, and from there it's already live on your system. So this is how you install it for your PHP code base. From there, it will enable the xrDebug functions. So for example, it creates this function. So this function is just a wrapper for the HTTP call.
But how does it know where, like if it's on a remote server or on your local, like how does it know where to send the messages?
Oh, you use a configuration file, or you pass a configuration system. I will show you which I use it here. So this is the configuration I use it.
You're showing us the private key, so you're gonna have to delete that later. But yeah,
it is a disposable key that I did just for this purpose. So
okay.
the demo, it is only for the demo. Is that not my key? But this is how you configure it if you need to configure everything. Okay. By default, you don't need to call this on local. On local, you don't need any configuration. It works with the defaults. It listens in a default port, and it configured with that. So basically, on local, you need zero setup. Just call the built-in functions.
Cool. That seems easy to do. Jose here has a question. How does the client know? Okay, so I think we answered that. Jose, let us know if I had that question too. So let us know if we didn't answer that. So what about? I know some people will have remote environments. So like you have the code editing on GitHub or whatever, or you have a remote server where you're doing editing somehow, and then you want to send the debug messages somewhere securely. I guess you could send it to like an IP address.
Yeah, of course. It is work with IP addresses, host names. With the reason that for including end-to-end encryption is to don't use HTTPS to avoid that step. So if you need to quick debug something remote and you need the extra security, you use bind the HTTP server and you enable end-to-end encryption. So you emulate the cipher thing. So it is quicker than requesting the certificate, providing the key to the command. It is easier if you do the cipher on house. So it is made to be quick and to be highly configurable. So you can run it from localhost by default. You can connect a private server. You can connect a public host name. You can even use pair verification because it is used SSL context. So you have endless options with this kind of stuff. I made it for working anywhere. I have a lot of clients running my software, and the problem that I had is that you can't just turn on xdebug in a production system. So you need something less intrusive. So that's why this thing become to be a product, because most of the time to dealing with this kind of situation, I just do local bar bumping. But when you work with high-level systems that are doing several things at the same time, that are sending a query somewhere, that are updating the database, you are calling a lot of high-level process. This kind of debugger is more comfortable because you can debug the entire thing. And the thing that lacks on xrDebug is that it is used for PHP for now. I don't have kind libraries for other system or technologies. So,
but I mean, if you're just passing messages around, like, it seems like you could adapt it for a lot of things. I
yes,
don't.
I want to make the WordPress client and the Laravel client, but I can do the other ones, or I mean, I can, but will take me a lot of time, more time that someone that work with these technologies in an everyday basis.
It certainly seems like an easier way to look at logs. The output looks great. Have you thought about hooking in, or are you opposed to? I guess I should say, is there any reason why it wouldn't work with like monologue? Like have a monologue plugin, and you could pipe out your monologue, your server logs somewhere that's obviously secure, but you could
Yeah,
pipe that out.
at some time I got the same idea, but there are a few projects which went that way before me. There is a solid project called Bugerator, which does what you said, and it does in a way better way that xrDebug does. xrDebug is lightweight. It is tiny, non-intrusive. So to respect that vision, it needs to be that simple. So perhaps it will incorporate that kind of integration, but not at level that you can see in Bugirigat, or like I said, perhaps some Laravel as well. Mm, when Ray come out, a lot of people felt inspired by it. I wasn't the only foster child of Ray. There are several projects doing this stuff, which tells you that nobody likes debugging. So the more tools we have, the better for all us. So the more tools we use, I mean, I don't think that there is a definitive tool. The more I use, the better. And in PHP, we have several tools. We need to be proud about it.
Yeah, as a strong ecosystem.
Sure.
It's good to have several options, right? So thank you for all your hard work. Do you have any more questions here for Rodolfo in chat? Let's
I
see.
see a
So
question in the chat about integration with basic code or perhaps other IDEs. Yeah, I'm up for it, but it's not that I work on xrDebug as a daytime job. It is an open source project. It doesn't pay any bill. So yeah, sure, I'm open for it, but honestly, I need contribution. I have been doing xrDebug since the last 2 years, and this is where I went. I mean, I need contribution in that. Partly the main reason why I'm here is because I am kindly asking for contribution for it.
I think that would be great. Getting pull requests are always welcome, as they say. Do you have a GitHub support set up where people can contribute either through GitHub, or there's that other open collective thing?
No, I just have the GitHub organization, but I don't have what you're describing.
Okay, and do you want to go to the end slide? I think it would be helpful if we could kind of talk for a few
Sure.
minutes about the other projects and the other libraries stuff, because I know you've built quite a bit for the PHP community, and
Okay.
I'd love to highlight some of that stuff.
Sure. So, well, like we said, you can go to the GitHub organization and contribute. So to finish my presentation, I want to say thanks to MergePHP for holding this. Before saying goodbye, I would like to tell you about my other software projects. I am the creator of Chevereto, which is a self-hosted image sharing software. You can see the full picture here. I am also the creator of the Chevere organization, where I distribute low-level PHP software system. I have very exotic systems, from typed array systems, workflow engines. I got bored very easily. You can check my GitHub profile and be my friend at Mastodon. I am the PHP social. Many thanks, and I hope xrDebug makes your day easier. Goodbye and cheers, everybody.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna. Sometimes we bring people up, but I think we'll just let's stick around, and I'll put up kind of some music and see if we have any more questions, and give it a few minutes for people who might be catching up on the video. Let's see, how do I do the? I think there's a music somewhere. Let's try this. Lo-fi is always good. That's pretty good, right?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear anything? Chat, can you hear anything? Is the music working? Sweet. Yeah, so let's just hang out for a few minutes. Let me see if Chris is available. Maybe we'll do the giveaway. So you're in South America.
Yes, I live in Chile.
So winter time is summertime is hot for you. Is that right?
Like it's the exact opposite from yes, the opposite from the state.
Yeah. It's like optimal temperature here in Texas, like 70 degrees in the daytime.
Fahrenheit. I in Celsius, please.
Oh, 21, 20, yeah, 21.
Really nice.
Yeah. So, yep, if you're just catching up on the video, we're just hanging out for a few minutes. Sweet, Chris has got a winner here in chat. So I think we're good on that. Yep, remember, you just have to wait until the slide comes up to email Chris, and then you're officially entered. Pretty easy process there. Just in case you're trying to game the system and schedule emails and all that sort of stuff. So you never know when the slide's going to be. Is it 6:05? Is it 6:10? Is it 6:12? Yep. So congratulations to the winner. Yep. Awesome. Well, it looks like there's no more questions. So thank you so much. I'm gonna here. Let me. I can make us big. We're big now. So as we do the outro, but thanks everyone. Say goodbye, chat, and hope you can join us next month. So have a good month.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.